Hello, and welcome to this weather alert. We got more rain coming on the way. You can see all these lumbering low pressure systems kind of cut off in the east here, just kind of taking their sweet time coming through. Unfortunately, just as I expected, even though a lot of people were a little more optimistic, I knew the rain was going to start later in the afternoon and linger through the evening, and it was a wet, pretty much second half of the day yesterday. And we're going to first talk about, I guess, how much rain fell yesterday. When we look at some of our observations here, though it really isn't all that much. We'll go to the observation here last night here at Islip, high of 67, low of 54, so 2 degrees below normal for the day, and it's only showing 0.18 inches of precipitation at Islip for yesterday. We'll go to the map and we'll see. But again, not a lot of rain. Some areas to our south wind up getting more rain from it. So we'll use this map, which I actually prefer using here. And you'll see temperatures right now. We'll first look about the precipitation. So we'll go and we'll look at the 36 hours to tell us how much rain fell. Yeah, over Long Island, not a whole lot. Like a half an inch. A little more out east. Like around the Riverhead area, maybe a half an inch, but generally a quarter to a half an inch of rain, half an inch in Central Park. As we headed further to the south and west, numbers got higher. As you went toward Toms River, you had an inch actually there, an inch and the airport there, Miller Airport, got 0.77, so a little bit more rainfall there versus here. But we've got a much bigger storm system that we're going to be talking about. So highs today, we stay today, but temperatures still failed to reach 70 across Long Island. There were some breaks right toward the evening. There was some breaks around like 7 o'clock or so. We had some breaks, and we had a lot of cirrus around, but it was nice to see at least a little bit of blue sky. Well, there was a lot of cirrus, some cirrocumulus in there. Sort of a pretty sunset tonight. And toward the evening, we had, again, some high clouds around. Now, I was looking to see, there was a possibility of an aurora tonight. However, and there was one last night in Maine. I shared the link. It was beautiful. If we go to the space weather, which I'll just show you right now. We did actually have some geomagnetic storm activity. However, it's mainly off to the north, and it was the same thing yesterday too. I think even if we had clear skies here, it would have been tough to see anything. But if you were in Maine and off to the north, Maine, North Dakota, Montana, that general area, you would have had a nice show. But normally I don't include these things in the weather, but you can see how it kind of it's well to the north, so I don't really think, we had it got as high as a G3, but it's still not really high enough to be seen in our area. So the bigger subject that we're going to have to deal with is yet another rain event. So let's get to it. First, let's look at the satellite, and I kind of showed you this. We have this smoke up here in Canada. You can see a lot of it up there. Actually, this was off yesterday. Actually, I'll show you the clip I took yesterday here. Look at all that smoke right there. These are fires in Manitoba and Saskatchewan. We also have fires now in Alberta province as well. So a lot. Look at all that smoke. And if you look at this, actually, you'll see that, actually we'll go to the MODIS. I think this kind of shows it up better. You can see that the smoke has made here are the fires right here. You can see lots of them going. Lots of smoke. And this is going to make its way down into, Alberta is now starting to flare up too. You can see the smoke actually made it all the way over, at least maybe not at the surface, but if you were in New Brunswick there, it looks like now it's going to be, this smoke might make it all the way to Europe. Look at that cloud of smoke right there. So, yeah, this is what's going on in Canada right now. Here we go again with these wildfires. You can see numerous wildfires here. in Canada because they've been warmer and drier than they should be. There's no rain in the forecast for them, so these fires are gonna keep burning. Um, and So looking at the observations here, we can see wasn't any smoke reported over here in St. John's. Just overcast skies. Um, but if we go to some areas like Winnipeg, I think they're probably reporting smoke right now. Let's see. Um, let's go to Winnipeg here. Here's the airport. Let's see if they're reporting any smoke there or not. No, it doesn't look like they've had any restrictions to visibility yet. That smoke is making its way down, and it's going to make its way down into the United States. We're going to start seeing air quality alerts pop up. But as far as what we're going to deal with, let's talk about what we are going to deal with here. I just wanted to show the Canada Northern loop here. Smiths. Just want to show this loop here just so you could get a look and see all these fires here burning here. You can see, look at all that smoke. There's just a huge cloud of smoke there that's going to be making its way down. You can see that cloud right there. Pretty dense. Pretty dense. And it's going to be making its way down. And just lots and lots of smoke here. So, going to the weather map, you can see that we've got another low pressure system coming. That's going to bring us more rain. So we're kind of in between storms today, which is why we had a little bit of a break. But as we head later into tomorrow night, we're going to see another round of rain from this storm system. So, and we look at the excessive rain forecast going to day 2. You see tomorrow night, we're in that risk for excessive rain. And that's not the only risk that we've got to worry about, because the second storm will also bring some severe weather, too, as well. If we go to the day 3, which I believe is Saturday, you see there's a marginal risk for New Jersey south of the Raritan. So, two things that we've got to watch right now. All right? So, let's take a look at the European start. And we will go, we'll continue to use the 18Z European. And we'll just change this to the eastern regions so we get a closer look at what's going on here. So, break tomorrow. We have a little bit of a slight chance of a shower during the day tomorrow. But the main batch of rain is with this low pressure that's going to arrive later tomorrow night. It's going to bring some heavy rain. Could be some heavy thunderstorms. This low is going to deepen right over our area. Saturday morning, it's going to go over our area, and then it's going to move in New England, but we're still going to have shower chances and thunderstorm chances with the trailing cold front that comes through. And then finally, it moves on out, and we'll be left with fair weather, though we may be dealing with smoke. All right. So, if we look at the total accumulated precip with this next system, we're going to get a soaking again. Another soaking here. You can see a lot of areas getting an inch or more of rain. So I'm going to take it a little closer here. And again, you can see a lot of areas getting an inch or more of rain out of this thing. It looks like it has the axis of the over an inch to our northwest, and maybe around an inch for our area, perhaps. But I want to go and look at some of the shorter range models now. So we'll go to the HRRR first. So you'll see here, again, as we go into tomorrow, it's just generating a little bit of shower activity in the early morning hours. And then during the day tomorrow, there might be a pop-up shower thunderstorm. There might be. Because there may be a sea breeze frontal boundary. There may be some convergence. HRRR is tending to be a little more aggressive with this activity toward the evening. So probably after maybe 8 o'clock, our area may be threatened with some thunderstorms. It's actually a little more aggressive in moving the rain in earlier. I'm not sure if I'm buying that. But you'll see here it is moving that shower activity over 9 o'clock in our area. And then heavy rain and thunderstorms at the center of this low press system here. And it's deep. This thing just bombs out over us. So there's going to be a lot of lift, and this could make for some interesting, perhaps some severe weather. The low lifts to the north, but we're not done yet. Get a break Saturday during the day, and then as we get toward the evening, we have more showers and thunderstorms popping up with the cold front that's going to be coming through. Now let's go look at the HRRR and see how much rainfall that is. HRRR is more aggressive, getting heaviest rain to our north and west over 2 inches, and at least for the western half of Long Island, an inch, 1 to possibly 2 inches, and then Jersey also you're going to see 1 to 2 inches, and then as you head out to Suffolk County, it may be a little bit less, like maybe half an inch to an inch, according to what the HRRR is showing. And the reason why we're seeing this, if we look at the dew points, it's been a little bit muggy today. It's going to get a little more muggier tomorrow. You can see there's almost like a little boundary over us. So it's like you have almost like a stalled cold front here, a stalled front actually. That is setting up here, and that it could be the focal point for the storms here. All right, for tomorrow. So that's what we have to watch out for. Southerly winds tomorrow, and then that low goes over us. And then the winds pick up quite strong on Saturday from the west and southwest, and then we have the cold front come through. Still, though, there's a lot of... Let's go look at the Cape. Should be in here. Where is it? I know it's in. What does they have this? Don't they have a Cape in here? Here it is. It's over here. So let's go look at this Cape here. There's definitely some over New Jersey tomorrow. I wouldn't even rule out the risk of possibly seeing a strong thunderstorm in New Jersey tomorrow. And then it has more Cape in the afternoon. Forgive me, my allergies. I don't know, for some reason they just got a whole lot worse today. But it is showing some Cape for tomorrow. So if you're in New Jersey, there may be a little more instability there, especially if more sun breaks out. We're in a very humid air mass, and there's kind of a dry line over us. Let me go back to the Weather Prediction Center for a moment. I think we can move this to tomorrow's forecast chart. Doesn't really have a front setting yet. It's got like a little trough line over us. So that's what we have to watch out for tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be more active. Today was a break. Tomorrow we're going to have more wet weather, particularly later in the evening. Though it won't be a complete washout, but there'll be some thunderstorms around for sure with that. Let's go to we'll go to the temperatures next. All right, so I'll show you why this is all happening. And you'll see here again, tomorrow or tonight, we're not dropping off that much. And then tomorrow, it's going to be warmer. It's definitely going to be well into the 70s, I think, away from the ocean. By the ocean, it'll be cooler, but there's going to be a little more in the way of sunshine, which could help destabilize things. And then temperatures obviously don't drop very much tomorrow night. And then Saturday, we are not as warm. Probably temperature is probably a little bit cooler, around 70 or so. But this is a powerful storm system that we are watching. All right. Let's go to the NAM next short range model that we have. And the full run is not quite in yet. I kind of wanted to wait just a little bit later to get a little more of it tonight. So we have a little better idea, but this should show at least most of tomorrow, and you'll see and NAM keeps most of tomorrow dry. Much slower timing. Each HRRR seems to want to really speed this thing up. I'm not sure if I'm buying that. I think the activity would be a little bit later, but I still think there could be thunderstorm activity over New Jersey. But whatever the case is, the rain breaks out later tomorrow night, and some really heavy thunderstorms Saturday morning. These storms look nasty. That low goes right over us, and then this is as far as I've got on this run. You can see how that low just deepens right over us very nicely. So this is the NAM. This is the other run of the NAM, which is a little bit quicker with the shower activity. I think there will be scattered shower activity. I think the main batch of rain comes in later. There's the low. It looks like the position of the low is a little different on this run of the NAM, the 18Z NAM. So we're definitely seeing some variability here. But you'll see what happens again in the afternoon. Could be some thunderstorms. So it could be severe. A little bit of a kink there where the front is. So that could help enhance some. Put us at least in a marginal risk, just level 1. But even marginal risk, lately it seems like if there's any risk at all, somebody will get a severe thunderstorm out of it. Somebody will. So let's go look at the rainfall totals on the NAM. Total accumulated precip and the NAM. This run of the NAM, look at what it does. I think this is a little overdone. Yeah, it has over 3 inches over New York City and Nassau. So some absolutely torrential flooding thunderstorms on this particular run. Let's go to the Z run. And it only goes out till 12Z Saturday. So but you can see here that it's dialed that back a little bit. I think there's something wrong with that 18Z run. This is a little more. This is as of Saturday morning, but it still has over an inch. Definitely seems more widespread. Definitely heavier compared to some of the other models. But let's go to the NAM 12, which we may have a little more of in. And the NAM 12. Now the NAM 12 seems to keep it more to the northwest here. And again, this is the 0C run of the NAM 12. But you see the low, the track of the low has shifted much more to the northwest. It was further east, which gave us more rain with the low going off to the just northwest of New York City, or almost just over New York City. It's not quite as intense with that rain. So European, again, looking at the European here. That European looks pretty impressive with the rainfall. And those look like some pretty heavy cells there coming through Saturday morning. So we're going to have to watch that possibility. Have a better idea tomorrow night as we have more models to work with and stuff. But let's go to the HDRPS. This is the next model we can use here going into tomorrow. And you can see, yeah, it does pop some thunderstorm activity up in the afternoon, oddly enough, right over New York City. So there could be a pop-up shower thunderstorm in the afternoon, again, because there's some sort of boundary over here that could help be a trigger. And then the really heavy stuff comes in, again, later Saturday night. And this, again, looks like a real just torrential rain here that's going to come through Saturday night. And again, and you can see there's the second batch, and I have a feeling we're going to see some impressive rainfall numbers when we look at total cumulative. Right, not as impressive as that NAM run, but still a lot of rain. Another inch or two of rain. This May, on the last day of May, a very unusually wet May, just incredibly wet. We've had a lot of rainy days. That's all I can say. So we're going to get one more out of this, and again, there could be some severe weather with this. We're going to have to watch closely. So I think that's all the models I'm going to go over here at this point. With this, we will go to the let's go to the RGEM, the Canadian. Why not? This is what the Canadian is showing, by the way. All right, so we'll go look at the Canadian. So you can see here that the thick of the rain is going to be mainly overnight, and it's gonna really pour, and that low is going to finally move away. But then we have the cold front that comes through, could generate some more showers and thunderstorms. This is something the Euro is doing too as well for a little bit, forming another low. If I go back and I go to the European here, I think it was the last night's run that was doing it. Yeah, it formed another low. Look at that. It was forming another low on the back of that. And trying to actually keep some precipitation chances around into even Sunday, possibly a scattered shower chance. All right. The RGEM does not do that, but it will be breezy on Sunday. Skies, all right, we'll go ahead and look at that. That's kind of important to show you where the sun's shining. So you see what happens tonight. There's a little clouds in the morning, but then we get a little bit of a break in the afternoon. That'll help to stabilize things. And then more clouds roll in. And then Saturday, we see the same thing. We see a break. Look at that. It actually tries to form an eye. We see a break, and then we have the cold front come through with the thunderstorms. All right. And that cold front, again, go over the European here. Moment. Show it to you on the European here. This is the dew points and wind flow. All right, so you see that front come through. As we get to Sunday, you'll see the drier air comes in, dew points drop. We have a very gusty west wind. All right, temperatures. You can see how on Sunday it's going to tend to be a little on the cooler side. All right. So temperature Sunday will probably be the coolest day of stretch. Let's go to the 700 to 300 humidity, just to show you the humidity that the storm is pulling in. So you can see there's the moisture. It's being pulled up from the south. And you can see there's that little dry patch that we have for during the day Saturday where the cold front comes through. All right. So, and if I pull this out just a little bit, you get a chance to see some of the tropical moisture. You can clearly see that storm forming right there. Very, very well defined, I might say. Very well defined. So this is what we have to look forward to. Now we'll go a few more models here. And then we will look at Cape. Heading into tomorrow. There is Cape over New Jersey and some over Long Island too. Definitely some over Long Island. And really decent Cape levels. This again is the HRRR, but said there could be some strong thunderstorms in Jersey tomorrow. Could be an isolated strong, maybe even severe thunderstorm. Generally along a sea breeze front that might develop. So this is what we're going to have to watch for. Jersey's probably got the best chance of it. Maybe North Shore of Nassau County, too. All right. So we go into Saturday night with the parent low. Those thunderstorms probably won't be severe. They'll just be heavy rainmakers. I don't see a whole lot of Cape here. But then that Cape builds again in the afternoon. And this is what we have to watch for Saturday. So we got multiple threats from this low pressure area that we're going to be dealing with here. All right. Wind gusts as well. Saturday, that's when we're going to start seeing the winds pick up from this low. And you can see around it, there's some pretty strong winds in the wind gusts here. 58, 59, 60 miles an hour. Saturday morning. It could be quite stormy Saturday morning. We may need a wind advisory or maybe even a high wind warning in a very brief period. But enough to do some damage. For sure. That moves away. We'll have to see if that actually verifies or not. But still, it's a strong deepening low, and the potential for wind is there as well. So, and then Sunday will be definitely the better day with not any damaging winds for sure. But still, really impressive low pressure that's going to be developing. Let me go to windy.com. And we are going to go here and see how this handles the wind for Saturday, which is the European model. Not quite as crazy, so we'll have to see if those winds continue to verify or not. But May is gonna end on a stormy month. Feels like it's more like March weather, but May is going to end on a stormy note for sure. Thunderstorms, which we can also displays a little bit of Cape. Let's do that. In the European, you can see the difference here. Not quite as indicating of. Oh, there is some thunderstorm risk over Jersey, though. Oh, and look what it does here. So, the models are... Look, this is some pretty... Now, that's for some pretty high thunderstorm risk. All right, so that's some pretty high thunderstorm risk. So, yeah. And then we see it, again, pop up in the afternoon. So, we've got a stormy end of May, it looks like, pretty much. Now, the last thing we are going to look at, smoke. I think some of these models go out a little bit longer. I got to figure out which ones go out longer. 21Z, I think. Is it 21Z? This is the Canadian smoke model. So let's take a look at this. And this is going to kind of show where the smoke's going to be going. So we're going to be dealing with it. It looks like it dives into the south. And actually, we may wind up missing out on some of it. So we'll have to see if we get lucky that way. The smoke is going to go because the trough is going to pull it down south first. But eventually, I think it will wind up drifting into our area. This only goes as far as, let's see, I think it's only going as far as the 31st, if I'm mistaken. Let's see. Let's see if it goes. Yeah. You only got till Saturday, so Sunday we may be dealing with it. I have a feeling we're going to be dealing with that wildfire smoke, and it could get pretty bad. And that's the vertically integrated smoke model. But if we go ahead and we look at the near surface smoke, you'll see that that's going to also be spreading into the United States as well. And you can see that it's diving right down into the United States right there, right over the Dakotas. So, yeah, get ready. We may see a return of those orange skies that we had back in 2023. I have a feeling it's going to happen again this year. So, I'll keep my eyes peeled on this. Not many people are talking about it, obviously. It's a real disaster that's going on over there again. It's happening every summer. And it was a mild winter. And it's been dry, and there's not much rain over there. I'll just point this out to you. If you go to the windy.com model, and let me go to humidity. I'm going to pull this out. You see how low the humidity is over here. All right, that's not changing. They have very low humidity over here. So, only it goes up at night. But during the day, you have very low humidity's down to 24%. So these fires are going to continue to burn. And wind gusts, it won't be terribly windy, but you see that there are some areas of wind that will go over these areas. So it's possible we may see more fires break out further east in Manitoba or into Ontario. I'm telling you, get ready for another smoky summer. That's for sure. And yeah, this is our first tropical system over there. I'll just go over that, even though it's not really affecting us. That is Alvin right there, Tropical Storm Alvin. First named storm in the Pacific. But I don't really keep track of the Pacific. I just keep track of the Atlantic because that's what could threaten our area right now. So, tropics right now, nothing going on. We have the Saharan dust, but that could also pick up. So, this is going to be the beginning of a very eventful summer, I have a feeling. Anyway, I'll have another update for you tomorrow night as we watch this next, hopefully final lumbering low pressure system, and we finally got a break from all this rain, but we may be going from the rain into the smoke. Anyway, I think I'll take the smoke at this point. Well, anyway, thank you for watching. Good night.